Get ready because what I'm about to tell you will make you rethink everything you know about Poshmark. This isn't just another reselling platform, it's a carefully crafted system designed to keep you chasing sales, glued to your screen, and spending more money than you ever intended. A lot of it is hidden behind the scenes, so we're going to peel back the layers of their strategy. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll see Poshmark for what it really is. And once you do understand it, you'll also understand right after this video what you need to do to make boatloads of cash on the platform. Poshmark didn't start out as this complex beast that it is today. It was simple, straightforward, a place to buy and sell fashion. A really simple idea, but as the platform started growing, they added more layers, more features, more complexity. And what you see now is a carousel. It's a never-ending cycle where buyers are spinning around and your items are only seen when they pass by. But who decides when your items show up? The algorithm. And this algorithm is anything but fair. It's like a treadmill. It's designed to keep you running, but never really getting ahead. First, let's talk about the gears that keep this machine running. Closet activity. Poshmark wants you to be constantly active, sharing, listing, following all day, every day. If you're not active, your items start slipping down the ranks. But here's the kicker. The more you engage, the more you have to keep engaging just to stay visible. It's like a hamster wheel and you're the hamster, and don't think for a second that this is by accident. Here's something they don't really want you to know. Poshmark uses an invisible rating system to decide if your items get seen or buried. It's called the closet score. And it's not based on how good your items are, even though that is a factor. It's based on how well you play their game. If your score is low, your items get pushed to the back. And guess what? It doesn't just affect your visibility, it affects how buyer disputes are resolved as well. They've created a system where your reputation on the platform can make or break you. You also have SEO and keywords. Now, let's talk about the SEO game. If you're not a keyword wizard, your listings might as well be invisible. The algorithm favors those who know how to game the system with the right keywords, the right descriptions. But here's the reality. Most sellers aren't SEO experts, and Poshmark knows this. They're banking on it. They've built a system that rewards those who can play the game while everyone else is left in the dust. And guess what? That's also by design. They want you to feel like you're missing something, like you need to learn more, do more, just to keep up. It's a little rigged. And we're going to get into how you can turn the tables. You also have paid promoted closet. Here's where things get really transparent. If you're willing to pay, Poshmark is willing to boost your visibility. That's right. You can buy your way to the front. But if you're not paying, you're playing catch up. It's a pay to play system, plain and simple. They've created a marketplace where money talks. And if you're not forking it over, you're stuck on the sidelines. We'll dig into how this pay to play system is affecting the platform and why it's pushing so many sellers to the edge. But here's where things start to get really interesting. And this is where you'll want to pay close attention. Poshmark isn't just trying to keep you busy. They're trying to keep you on the app as long as possible. Why? Because the longer you're on the app, the more likely you are to make a purchase, whether you're a buyer or a seller. It's just basic psychology, folks. And Poshmark is using psychology to their full advantage. The more time you spend scrolling, sharing, and watching live shows, the more likely you are to buy something. And it's all part of their strategy to keep you hooked. We're going to dive into the psychology behind this tactic and how it's designed to keep you spending more money than you ever intended. And speaking of keeping you hooked, let's talk about app retention. Poshmark needs you to stay engaged because it boosts their metrics in the App Store and the Google Play Store. The higher their retention rates, the better their standing, which means they get recommended more often over another marketplace, let's say. And in a world where they're competing with those marketplaces like Mercari, Poshmark needs every advantage they can get. It's a ruthless game out there, and Poshmark is doing everything they can to stay on top. Now, here's where things get really juicy. Those live shows on Poshmark, they've stumbled onto something accidentally genius, and it's making them a boatload of money. Here's how it works. People are clicking that bid button by mistake. Maybe they're excited. Maybe it's the heat of the moment. Maybe their phone slipped, or their child might have their phone. But once you click, all bids are binding. Poshmark's policy makes it nearly impossible to reverse those accidental purchases. But here's the kicker. Poshmark knows this is happening, and they are not in any rush to fix it. Why? Because the profits from these accidental bids outweigh the negatives. It's a calculated risk, and Poshmark has decided that it's worth it. They could easily add a confirmation screen or an extra tap to prevent these mistakes, but they won't, because it would cost them too much money in lost revenue. This is the kind of stuff they don't want you to think about. It's a system designed to keep you on the hook, chasing sales, and maybe even making purchases you didn't intend to make. But you don't have to play by their rules so much. With Posh Sidekick, you take control. Our automation keeps your closet active, shares your items, and makes sure you're always in front of the buyers without being chained to the app. Poshmark's algorithm is designed to keep you chasing sales, but with Posh Sidekick, you get off that hamster wheel and you watch your sales soar without the tricks. So don't let Poshmark's hidden strategies control your time, your money, and your success. Take back the power with Posh Sidekick. For a limited time, we have a 7-day free trial. Absolutely no credit card needed. And you can take advantage of that on our website, poshsidekick.com. So take all of these things that you learned today and try to apply them and think about it in a way that you could take advantage of. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you found value in this video.